Season 2 is finally here, and just like the rest of the cast, Azucena has undergone some major changes. So I'm finally back and I'm here to show you what those changes are, but more importantly, how you can use them. So let's get right into it. If you're wanting to follow along with the list of changes, I've linked the patch notes down in the description below and I'll be going through the moves in patch note order. To start, Azucena's 3-3 has become a heat engager, making her I-14 punish much stronger. It doesn't launch with a heat dash, but still allows a free grounded follow-up like down back 1+2. To balance out the new heat engager, the forward 1+2 power crush has lost its heat engaging property, now only giving a knockdown. It maintains its safety on block at -9, meaning it's still a strong tool, just with less reward with heat. Our first new move of the video, Azucena now has access to forward 3-4. This is a mid extension off of her forward 3. At -11 on block, this mid is also a terrifying counter hit launcher that can be used to stop people pressing after the first hit, which can then be used to set up mind games in Libertador stance. This move is also natural on hit, but loses the natural combo on max delay. Instead, use the delay to counter hit opponents who hesitate. Azucena's famous while running 3-2 has received a buff, now allowing players to transition into Libertador stance at +5 on block by holding forward after performing the move. Both players also receive 3 extra frames of recovery, allowing the defender to process the situation easier. This is super strong as Lib 2 at +4 to +5 almost always tracks sidestep both ways, meaning you can use this move alone to shut down your opponent from stepping and attacking with non-armored buttons to then set up your slower Lib mind games. Azucena can also transition into Lib when the move hits, allowing her to walk up to the opponent for Oki in Lib stance to apply more pressure. Azucena's I-11 while standing punish has also received a buff, now allowing players to transition into Lib after while standing 4-1 at a massive +8, leaving the opponent closer than previously. A quality of life change has also been added for unintended whiffs happening from the first hit. The third hit of the extension has also been buffed, doing 5 more damage for 28 in total. The move is also safer on block, moving from -14 to -13, although it leaves the opponent closer, allowing them to punish more easily. Another new move has been added in full crouch down forward 4. This is a huge 23 damage low with a 17 frame startup that leaves Azucena at +5 in Lib on hit, just like the new while running 3-2 change on block, meaning the same mind games apply. The move is -15 on block, so be careful overusing it. To confuse your opponent, you can swap between using this new low and our old full crouch down forward 3, which is instead -13 on block. On counter hit, it gives a free Lib follow-up in Lib 1+2, however there is a knowledge check with the new Lib down 3. If the opponent tries to get up, the move will spike for another free follow-up. If they spring kick, they can get up but still take damage, but staying on the ground makes the move whiff entirely. Azucena can now also do some already existing options but from Lib stance. Firstly, as part of a universal Tekken change, Azucena can perform Heat Burst from Lib, giving greater combo flexibility and a new armor from stance. Up forward 3-4, up forward 4, and up forward 3+4, formerly forward 3+4, can also be done from Lib, as well as her down 1+2 UFO roll leg grab. Azucena can now also do back turn moves from Lib when the opponent is behind her, giving you options when you get stepped to your back doing a Lib transition. This is particularly cheap when you whiff her heat smash and your opponent is too slow on the punish. Yet another new move has been added in Lib down 3. This is a +2 on block, I-24 startup mid that gives a huge launcher on counter hit as well as block chip damage. On hit, it knocks down and gives a wall splat at the wall, and when just outside of wall splat range, follow-ups are still possible thanks to the reduced distance. The move also leaves Azucena in crouch, giving her access to full crouch mind games. It tracks sidestep right and sidewalk right, just be mindful of opponents moving left. The move also goes under highs, giving Azucena a useful option to beat jab checks and other moves at low minus frames like after forward 3 for example. When blocked, you can use while standing 1 as a check on moves that are 11 frames startup or slower, and her full crouch lows as options to contest with high attacks like jabs. Briefly mentioned earlier, forward 3+4 has had its input changed to up forward 3+4, making the move easier to be performed quickly. Its hitbox has been expanded to prevent unintentional whiffs, and it's received a nerf in the fact that it no longer knocks down for a free follow-up when connecting, instead leaving her at +8 in Lib or at +8 in back turn if you hold back after inputting the move. Azucena's heat exclusive transition off back 2 forward has been buffed, consuming a full second less of heat timer when performed. This means you can utilise more of Azucena's heat if you choose to incorporate this move. Azucena now also turns to face the opponent when performed, giving greater stability to follow-ups. Another Heat exclusive buff, Azucena Heat Lib down 3+4 has changed from -9 on block to a massive +4, albeit with some pushback. She can also choose to enter crouch afterwards by holding down. This is insanely strong as the move is already a regular hit launcher, but now allows you to use it as a pressure tool from Lib, especially near the wall. The 3-2 string has also received a buff, giving 2 more damage to each hit, as well as granting a major +23 frames on hit, allowing for almost any follow-up without fear of getting hit or stepped to continue pressure. Just be careful with delaying as it's still not a natural combo on max delay. This string mixes nicely with the other string, 3-3, which is a heat engager now, giving greater reward to both strings, allowing for scarier mind games. The second hit of the 4-3 string has also been buffed, giving 3 more damage to it and making the former counter hit knockdown also now available on regular hit for a free follow-up, like down back 1+2 for example. This makes the 4-1 high extension of the string much scarier to duck into, allowing this mind game to be more viable. The back 3+4 manual back turn transition also now activates airborne jump state 2 frames quicker, giving slightly more chances to jump over low crushable moves at a 6 frame jump state. Down 1 has received a massive buff, moving from -2 on block to +4, and from +4 on hit to +7. While standing 1 is an incredible follow-up option after this as it tracks both sides, has great range and will frame trap opponents pressing any non-armoured button for a full counter hit launcher. Once the opponent respects you, you can mix them up using Azucena's full crouch game. The mid cancel from Azucena's down 4-1 string, down 4-1-2, has also been buffed with an improved downwards hitbox and giving strong aerial tailspin on airborne opponents for great combo flexibility. The move also now gives a long knockdown and wall splat when previously the opponent would be standing. Lib 3+4 has also been granted the strong aerial tailspin for combos, as well as absorbing attacks 1 frame faster than last patch, giving more opportunities to use the power crush. The move also has better frame advantage, moving from -5 to -2 on block, and from 0 to +3 on block when absorbing an attack. Back turn 1 has received a massive buff, with the first hit moving from 0 to +2 on block, meaning it can be looped into itself to interrupt opponents responding with jabs. The high extension, back turn 1-2, has also received a buff, moving from -7 to -1 on block, allowing for greater pressure when used at the wall. More big buffs to back turn, with back turn 4 moving from -5 to -3 on block. This means that you can use back turn 1 afterwards to avoid outright losing to I-13 moves or slower. Your opponent might not want to press though, as the extension 4-3 has also turned into a counter hit launcher, giving instant tornado. Use the delay on the second hit of 4-3 to fish for counter hits on hesitant opponents. The back turn somersault, back turn 3+4, now deals chip damage on block, and the back turn lib transition in back turn forward 3+4 now jumps over lows 3 frames faster at I6 jump state, similar to the manual back turn change. Crouch throws also now deal 5 more damage for 35 in total, in turn buffing moves that give these throws as free follow-ups, such as counter hit back turn 3 or counter hit full crouch down forward 3. Back 3 has moved from +4 on block to +2, but to compensate has been sped up by 3 frames, now coming out at 19 frames fast, making it a more viable mid mix-up option. Azucena's back 1-1 string has been completely reworked. Whilst the first 2 hits don't have natural combo, the string has now become jailing, and on counter hit from the first hit, back 1-1-2 is fully natural. This is particularly strong in heat given the hold forward lib transition for a full combo. Pair that with the fact that back 1-1 is essentially homing and you have a super strong counter hit check. Opponents can still duck the second hit on a delay, and the third hit if delayed also won't give the full natural string, so you must counter hit confirm from the first hit after committing to back 1-1. Back 1 on its own moves to -3, however, as a trade-off, back 1-1 is now only +3 on hit in lib, but more importantly, -8 on block in lib. As it takes 11 frames to block from lib, the opponent can hit Azucena with I-18 or faster moves if she opts to exit stance with down back. Therefore, to stop this, Azucena must use options such as lib evasion, power crush, or finishing the string with a third hit to stop opponents hitting her for big damage. The first and second hits of back 1-1 have also received slight damage nerfs, moving from 14 and 16 to 10 and 14 respectively. Up forward 2 has also received a rework, firstly joining the strong aerial tailspin club for combo use. It's lost its counter hit launching property, but instead gives a free I-14 or faster mid follow-up on regular hit, such as her 3-3 with the new heat engager. The move now does 3 less damage, but it's also 2 frames better on block now at -5. Finally, a quality of life change for down forward 4-1. The second hit has received a tracking buff to prevent unintentional whiffs happening when the first hit of the string connects. And that's going to wrap us up for Azucena's Season 2 changes, so be sure to let me know down in the comments below what you think of them. Do you love them? Are you not so much of a fan? Do you think she's going to be strong? Do you think she's going to be weak? Is it what you were expecting? Be sure to let me know, and a big thank you as always for watching. I know it's been a while since my last upload, so thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.